I tried to tell her, but she's like 5 seconds into it.
So if anybody would like to come up and say anything, I don't have anything appropriate to say. I never do. I do have one funny story that I wasn't going to tell because everybody knows our family dynamic. But
I think they did that one last time.
no,
They found it out.
yeah. But Anthony had come home and stayed with us when we lived in Waxahachie one time. And he was sleeping on the air mattress in the living room, and I was on the couch watching TV. I was about 16, 17. And so I heard my dad pull up. So we didn't mess with him. So I ran and I jumped on the air mattress with him, and we covered up with the blanket. And he walked in the door and he looked down and he's like, "Come with me." He takes me to the bedroom. He goes, "We will not have another Valerie, Jason." This is not happening again.
You gotta tell the story.
Go watch TV.
Damn, that was so screwed up. You gotta tell that story.
I was like, we totally got it. We were cracking up.
He's like, you never told me you were with my brother.
No.
Like, and he never told me.
But I knew how to get my dad to leave the house. Because he just got distracted and went right back out. So now somebody else gets to come up and tell something. Nice, bad, and different.
Thanks for told me about it.
Yes. You're welcome.
Now can you tell Kathy nothing really happened?
Yeah, I didn't sleep with Anthony.
That changed my whole relationship with him.
My mom didn't sleep with him either.
And I don't do blood.
No.
Family.
North Carolina's supposed to be whatever.
Or true story.
I know Cheryl's going, "Oh my God."
She's saying it. She is.
Cheryl.
I'll get a text message.
Oh yeah. I left my phone in the car. But if anybody else would like to share something, we'd love to hear your stories and your memories. Come on up. You don't get a cash prize, but
Don't see if I did it.
yeah, you can go up here. If you don't want to, whatever's most comfortable for you. There you go.
Leave out the swear word.
No, you could swear if you want.
No, I don't swear.
Go ahead. It's okay.
Well, I just wanted to say that I love him and I miss him, and I wish him a very happy life in heaven.
That is beautiful. Thank you so much.
That's all I want to say.
Much better than mine.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Obviously, she's not my child.
Anybody else before I tear this up? Make it worse?
Can't make it any worse.
Oh, I can.
He wouldn't have it any other way.
Everybody going to go. Everybody's going. Go ahead. Let me
Yeah. Mom wants to say a little something.
Yeah, I've known Tony since he was about 9 or 10, I guess, and we had some good times. I could always trust him, he always respected me. And one time, Bill, my husband, parked his big tow truck. I don't know what I was doing, but I dropped my wallet into the big dumpster, and I was too short to climb in, so I called Tony at Gloria's house. He came over, he got it out for me. And I think about 2 years ago, I said, "I think you're old enough now to call me Judy." And he was automatic. He said, "Okay, Mrs. Randolph." always Mrs. Randolph. And I remember one time when we lived at the ranch, Glades there, and I guess he was being chased by the police. He was about 12 years old.
Not our time.
He was about 12 years old, and I opened the door and I let him in, and I hit him. I need your number. They just kept going. And, but I talked to him, I'd say about 12 days ago, and we had a wonderful time.
so many people now. And, oh, thank you. Yeah. I'm a little short, yeah. Anyway, I don't know if y'all could hear me before, but just want you to know how much I loved him and that he was a big part of my life. Do you want to say anything, Dave?
Yeah, I was probably about 12 years old when I met Tony, and he was 3 years older than me, and I admired him. I admired the gifts that he was born with. I mean, he was very gifted, very charismatic, you know. I really looked up to him, and he's been one of my dearest friends almost 40 years. And I'm certainly going to miss him, but I saw the changes God made in his heart in the last few years, and it was some changes only God could have done, you know, and I think God was preparing him as he's also preparing all of us to meet our Maker someday. But I trust that he's in heaven now with Jesus and with Gloria and with Grandpa, everybody, you know, Chester, all of them. But he was a gift, and I know he touched a lot of you all's hearts the way he touched mine. He was just a great friend. Could always count on him.
Yep.
He said he was going to do something. He was a man of his word. He would do it. He would do every bit of it. I'm just grateful. Thank you all.
And one more thing, you all noticed how strong he was, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, to stay with us this long. A lot of other people would have given up years ago, but not Tony, you know, and so you can tell how much he loved us, too. Okay.
Thank you all.
About easy.
We'll put it up to your height. You're a little tall for that.
Hello. Well, the reason why I came up here was I remember when I was younger, bro, but I was about 4 to 5 years old, and it's a funny story, but I don't know what Anthony did to upset Mimi at all, but so I was eating cake on the floor with Mom, and then in the corner of my eye I see him starfishing over the couch with her because she had a knife in her hand.
That's worse than my story.
Hey. Hey.
Throwing it out of my door.
Yeah.
She can hide, Dylan.
It was a fake knife.
Yeah, okay. Well.
I thought this was about Anthony, not about me. On the good side.
On the good side. I do miss him. And I do hope he's doing well up in, paradise. That's all.
Hello, everybody. I'm Walter. I've known Tony for a few years, and basically I lost all types of hope with people, and this man didn't know me and opened his door if I needed a drink, if I was hungry. I didn't even have to say anything. The man would just call, "Hey, you got pizza?" And, I know he's better. He's in a great place. But we need to follow that example in life, you know, like don't close your doors to the people that you can make a difference. You can change their lives, you know. People can get second chances, people can change, people can be better. And, you know, I have 5 daughters, and I will never allow a man to be part of my circle. And he was part of my circle, you know. He was part of the people that I trusted, that I can vent to, I can tell him stuff, and he will be quiet. No one else will know my business but him. And that's the type of integrity that, you know, people lack today. And I'm grateful that he taught me a lesson on how to be a better man as well. Because every time be a man, man up, shut up. I'm like, oh, snap, okay. So, you know, he was a great man, and he will be missed, and he's embedded in my heart forever.
Yeah, it's anxiety over there. All right. I wrote something. He was happy, always smiling, making us laugh. You could say his nickname was the Grinch. He was lost for a while. He did what he wanted, and some he didn't. He made mistakes like we do, but also made promises he kept and came true. Told me to never give up, to always fight. Sounds like my mom and dad. Told me to never put down the paintbrush, that I have a gift. Our chilly dates was one of my favorite times, where I could be myself and talking about Dad, your dreams, my dreams, how you turn your nightmares. You were living into your dreams that became goals, and your dream home. Most of all, you became our home. Our talks about weed, art, life, lucky, how much Mom worries, more weed, how stubborn we all are. I understand why now. I was on my way to work today, and the song came on, A New Day Has Come. A new day has come. Celine Dion reminded me of the words you said to me, waiting for a miracle to come, to hold on, to not cry, to the hard times, to see the light in the sky, and it has Tony written in the clouds. You've been touched by an angel with love. Hush now. I only got a minute, not even, but when that song came on, I realized at the moment you became an angel. I may not be able to see your body, but I see you. You became more than what you believe you were worth. You became someone we can count on. I know you made an impact on everyone in this room because you have made an impact in my heart. I will make a promise to you now. I won't put down the paintbrush. My mistakes will turn into promises, just how you showed us all. A new day has come. P.S. He made me promise to say this. Smoking didn't kill him. Everything else did. I'm not standing over there because I'm chicken shit too.
You like the chicken shit too, when?
Yeah. And I'm old, so I have to wear glasses. This is from my sister, who's in North Carolina. I can't be here, but I know she's there. She's probably yelling at me. She wrote something, and I'm supposed to read it. It says, a letter from Cheryl. I can remember my greatest memory of my brother. I remember singing in Palm Beach, and I remember everyone acting so weird that day. I couldn't quite figure out what was wrong with everyone. I remember I used to always sing I Will Always Love You by Dolly Parton. I always used to think of my brother when I would sing that song. It reminded me so much of him because no matter what I would always love my big brother. I remember being halfway through the song and looking at my sister and Mom. I didn't understand why they were stupidly both smiling at me and crying at the same time. That wasn't nice. I just remember turning around and seeing my big brother in this long-sleeved red shirt and jeans that were clearly too big for him.
Everyone used to make fun of me because I would say how handsome my brother always was. Ugh. Even though my sister said he looks like the Grinch, when he walked up and hugged me, I felt like a little girl all over again. All I ever wanted was my big brother and that memory. That day I will remember forever. I am so proud to be Anthony Brock's baby sister, even at 41. Ugh. I am so proud of the man my brother became, and I'm so jealous that he gets to see our mom first. But as he would say, that's how it should be. I will cherish every moment we had, and I promise to take care of our little sister. I will always love you, always and forever, your baby sister. That's from my sister, who is not that much younger than me. And this is from me. There are special people in our lives that never leave us, even after they're gone. Anthony, Tony, or just Bro, as we all called him, was definitely someone who was unforgettable. Anthony had a fun, loving personality, a heart of gold, and definitely, without a doubt, a sarcasm about him only a mother can love. If you knew my brother, you knew that his heart belonged to his family. You could always count on him to be at family dinners, sitting around a table playing cards, or, of course, talking trash like he was the best player at the table. But then again, when was Anthony not busting chops and aggravating, especially me? With his quick comebacks and carefree, this is me, take it or leave it personality, he loved his old Western movies and wouldn't pass up a chance to watch any of the Rocky movies. And in a lot of ways, I can see how he was related to that Rocky, because no matter how many times life tried to kick him down, he kept getting right back up to fight. No matter how many people said he couldn't do it, he gave it his all to prove them wrong, and I'm proud to stand here today telling you he did it. Anthony was kind and gentle, loving man who changed his whole life around, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He became the son our mother would be proud of, and the big brother his sisters loved and looked up to, and the cool uncle his nieces and nephew will cherish and never forget. My brother was my first very best friend, and the memories we made growing up together, I will take with me and hold on to me. I can get to see him again. I know everyone in this room and everybody watching loved Anthony. It has so many memories that you will all get to take with you. If there is one thing I can say without a doubt, it's that my brother was strong. He was loved, he was brave, but most of all, my brother was true to himself and someone you could trust. And if you knew my brother, you knew that's all he ever wanted. Although we will miss him and his smile, his kindness, and even his stubborn ways, Kathy, we can smile and know Anthony is where he's meant to be, with his parents playing backgammon, with Dad playing chess, with Mom and smiling down on all of us. I will never forget you, and I know I've been blessed to have you for my brother because you were simply the best.
Everybody knew my father wasn't always the greatest man in the beginning of his life. But when he decided to get clean for himself, after many years, was the greatest day we ever had. I never knew why he was always so hard on me for many years. Until finally his last day, it all finally clicked. I didn't have my father there for a couple of years, and he decided to take that place. And to this day, he will always be my father. From being smoking buddies, to just calling me to make sure I'm okay, just to talk because he was bored and he just wanted to just hear my voice. But he seen something in me that knew I could be the person I could always be. I didn't see it in myself. Not through my teenage years, not through my early 20s. And he pushed me to where he finally got me to school. To make a career for myself because he knew I was breaking down with bartending. And I know he is proud of me and looking down saying, "You finally did it, kid. You stuck to it. You're doing what you love." And it's because of him making sure I did everything possible the right way, being hard on me. I couldn't go nowhere. I had to be home at a certain time. And I always fought back. Because I was stubborn. But I wonder where I got it from. Many of my qualities come from him. I've had him since I was 4 years old. Through all the rough times, the bad to the good. But no matter what the bad times came, I was still his kid, and he always made sure he never did wrong around me. My mother, I know you can't speak, but he loved you dearly in his ways. You have been by his side for 25, if you count the phone calls from prison. But for some reason, even through all the heck he put you through, you still seen something good from the very beginning, and you tried every day to pull it out of him, until he decided to do it on his own. Always remember he loved you dearly. Our talks that we always had just by ourselves about you, of he was hard on you because he needed to teach you things. Teach you how to run a business, how to get your mind, and how to handle people. To show you what the real world was like, that not everybody's friendly, but to trust the certain ones. But he loved you through it.
And I forgot to say he's the best hustler around. There ain't nobody better than him yet. Right, Sarah?
Oh my God. You know how much money I would dish out?
Yeah.
I don't know, I've played spades with this one, and she was kind of ornery. Oh, you should see the
She
two
was
together.
talking about she was talking about herself. Like, I was confused over she was talking. No, I'm talking about him.
No, you need to see, you should see him and her.
Him, them.
I don't know who worse with the trash talk.
They're both the same when it comes to the games. Playing games.
What was
We
it,
were
a couple
raised by
months
my
ago?
parents.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
My dad was a slouch.
I think me and James just sat back in the back, like, let them toys off. And we got the worst hits.
You guys did it.
That's why I looked at him and I said to him, oh my God, you and your sister are carbon copies.
Sit back and take in the show.
Card fight turns into a fist fight.
And usually he would win. Usually when he picked the games that he would win. Axe fight, knife fight. No, that was her. He won the card games. Oh yeah, I remember that time. Yeah, I forgot about that. Thanks for bringing it up. But he was there. He talked to one of my kids back. It was me. Oh. And you threw coffee on him.
She told me to shut up, and she disappeared, and I was like, it's over, let's just go back to your shed, we're going to go back inside. And I come back, and she's swinging an axe to his head in front of our neighbors, and I'm like, great. I'm about to watch my uncle get
In
married.
my defense, he was doing wrong.
Thankfully, AJ grabbed the frickin' axe.
You have to say that every time.
I also wanted to say that he gave a lot of words of wisdom. He was always there for me and my dad here. And he was very kind and confident. And he's always a part of my heart. And I really miss him so much. Rest in peace, Uncle Tony.
I know a young Tony. I met him with when I married Kathy. You know, we were pretty young, and he was a crazy man. But I'll tell you, if you stepped out of line, he's the first one to tell you, and if you didn't correct it, he'd do something about it. And but he never out of line in any reason, except if you were. You know, he was a stand-up man. Even back when he was getting in trouble, he was still a stand-up man. And if you did right with him, he was your best friend, with his shirt off his back. And I'll tell you, I agree with what everybody's saying about his integrity and everything. It just makes you remember why you want to be a better person, because he is a. And he would remind you too. You know, this isn't just us. This is God, and God turned him around in a great way. And when I wish I would have got more time with him recently. And I just recently got to know Kathy, and I missed it a lot of times. And I'm glad I got to know him. And I'm glad I knew him back then too. But like I said, he's made me think about who I want to be in better, in better ways, and make myself into a person that I can be counted on. And he did that. I'm sure I seen him do that for a lot of people. A lot of people. He was remarkable. He was remarkable.
I'll be hot and hysterical.
It's not like court.
Yeah, I don't know court. I never been.
She was doing fine. She was getting
Okay, he'd be upset if I didn't share this story, although
Thank you.
it does not make me look like an angel.
No.
Listen, in my defense, I was with Anthony. Okay.
Enough said.
Right. The one in Walmart, yes. Oh, God, here we go. He would be very upset if I didn't share this story, because he shared it with everybody. Most of you probably know it. Well, we were in Walmart one day, riding on the carts that they have in there, the little electric scooters things. And he was in front of me. I was behind him. And the lady in the aisle was working on the end cap. This was before the Walmart got remodeled and stuff. It was crazy. It was a hectic Walmart. Anyways, so he turns around because we hear this screeching on the floor. I'm like, what is that? He turns around. He's like, oh, whoa, Trish, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm riding on a cart, Anthony. What are you talking about? He's like, no, stop. I'm like, okay. So I stopped. The screeching went away. Anthony is like, oh, God, dog, man. So the lady is right here next to me, and I'm like, can I help you? She's like, ma'am, the thing is attached to your cart. I was like, okay, whatever. Thought it was a bag. Whatever. So Anthony keeps going, and I keep going. All of a sudden, you hear the screeching again. Like, what the hell? The lady that was employed at Walmart was chasing me again. Anthony's like, Trish, are you serious? I'm like, no, Anthony, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, you got the whole fucking display unit coming with you. I'm like, what? He's like, you're taking out the end cap. I kid you not. The whole end cap, and it's like, what, 8 shelves full of stuff, is attached to my cart, and I am literally just... The lady's like, oh, you have to get up. I'm like, okay, fair enough. He's like, I will never go to Walmart with you ever again. I'm like, you will.
I want to go to Walmart now.
He would go to Publix with me.
You would never go to Walmart.
He would never go to Walmart with me. And every time we stepped foot into Publix, don't you dare get onto that shopping cart. You got to push the shopping cart. You're not disabled. Let's go.
That was on you.
Yeah, maybe. It was his fault, though. He wanted to go to Walmart, so I'm blaming him.
Hey, at least he didn't just take off.
I forgot about one thing that I wanted to say earlier. The most disgusting thing I ever heard of. Mayonnaise on bread with the spaghetti. Until I tried it. I thought it was like, oh my God, Tony, are you kidding me?
You grew up on that.
Yes, I know, totally. But yes, I was upset with that kind of treatment too. I couldn't believe it. But it was actually good, and I was astonished.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was really proud.
I don't care if you're not good. I eat it. No, just white bread.
Mayonnaise on bread?
Yeah, mayonnaise on bread and dip it in the sauce.
Bread.
I was shocked.
Yeah, we mixed everything together. Well, that's, we all come all.
Yeah, he was always good for a shock every once in a while. Yeah.
We're all kind of that way.
out there.
I really don't know what to say. He was just the best uncle you could ask for. He always made sure that we knew he was proud of us. He loved us, always cared for us, gave us anything we needed, and he was just always there for you. He always made sure he reached above and beyond for us. He did everything he could, even through his bad times, and through it all, we still knew that he loved us, and he knew that we loved him. And I'm still going to be down here making him proud like always. He always pushed me to get into school and always asking me how I'm doing with my job, so I'm going to continue to do what I do for him and just make him proud. And I miss him so much.
Hey, what church were you talking about?
His, like, it was so sweet and like,
Sweet and innocent? You're not used to that?
no. Like, I looked at like, who was that?
He was sweet and innocent, kinda. Until he turned like 12 or 13.
That school year.
Before he was 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you weren't even thought. And that was his princess.
Oh my goodness. I know.
That was his
son
baby,
of princess.
yeah.
You say princess in that picture?
Yeah, that was his princess. That was actually his
There's about
screensaver on his phone.
royalties
Was
written on
her
it,
face.
was recipient.
I thought he loved me the most, and when I see that screensaver, I'm like, what the hell?
You did, you told me that it's like screensaver. How does he have her and him? Where am I? That's what I want to know. How does he have her and him? He had a heart of gold. He loved her.
I'm sorry, you should have a dog.
I was like,
Like, Lucky should have been on there.
How much fall? There was 3.
Oh, there was 3.
So,
He had 3 phones.
So who's on the other
Oh,
phone?
please.
The dog. So who's on the third phone? The
The
dog.
dog. The
Dog,
dog.
Ariana?
Yeah, not me.
Kathy, having number phones.
Well, I did there somewhere. I'm on,
No, I'm saying
You're on the burner phone.
If it gets caught, they know who to look for.
One thing I can say, he would never sell me out. He would have taken the time for me.
Yep.
Yep.
He was so happy.
Yeah. That was one of
That was
those.
his birthday.
Yeah. It's not last year, the year before.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think they would have held it the last couple of years.
I'm gonna have to stop coming here.
Please. You like it? I like it with the mustache better.
We can go to a party.
It does, right? Exactly.
That's the only notion I have.
He would have had his Uncle Bob.
Yes, please, like in about 30, 40, 50, 60 years old.
I was looking at both of those men on the edge. Come over there. There's only 2 of you on that bench. 2 men. What's going on? We're trying to get Chris or Andrew up there. Why don't you both go up there? See that house? You both had to go at the same time? Come on, I see one head. Come on, Andrew, I don't see you. Oh, that you
Chris, you're the sit down.
Oh, man. I'm sure this is hard on everybody. I know it's hard on us, me, Trisha, the kids. I mean, he was a wonderful person. Every time he came in the room, I mean, it was always fun. I remember playing cards with him, playing Call of Duty. I mean, there was never a dull moment with him. He always brightened the room, you know. I mean, he was I don't know, a one-of-a-kind person. There was nobody like him, you know. You can never have a bad moment when he was around.
He sucked at that, by the way. I did beat him on that one.
Yeah, guys.
He had to be.
He sucks at that game. Like,
He was bad at that game. He tried.
When I'm uncomfortable, I tell jokes, so I'll try not to do that. Where do I start? I've only known Tony for about 2.5 years. He came into my life when I first got out of prison. I guess I think he's seen a lot of himself in me. He always used to call me, make sure I'm all right, how am I doing? You know, he was a great man. He loved Kathy. There was times I'd be over there and we'd be watching his country westerns, and he would give her a hard time, and I would look at him and laugh, and he'd be like, what's so funny? And I'd be like, ha ha ha, you love her. And he'd be like, shut up. And, you know, when he was going through his things here the last couple months, I'd always used to say, man, when you get better, we're going to go on vacation. He's like, yeah, we're going to get in my truck and we're just going to disappear for like 3 days and we'll turn our phones off. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a good thing. You know, I feel kind of selfish a little bit because I lost my friend. But I know he's not suffering and he's in a better place now. So I thank God for that. I'm going to miss him. I got to meet some of y'all Thanksgiving. You know, he invited me, you know, because he knew I didn't have nobody. He was always looking out for me. You know, even when he was going through his stuff, he was always worried about the next person. And he impacted my life greatly. God, I don't do this. I'm always so strong.
Real men cry.
But he was one person in my life that, you know, I can't honestly say that there's too many people in my life that have come in my life that I actually loved. You know, my daughter was one of them, him, and, you know, that's it, really. You know, no matter what he was, like I said, whatever he was going through, he always looked out for the next person. And I'm going to miss him, and I'm going to go sit down now because I'm tired of crying in front of you guys.
Carol, this is for you.
If I should stay, I would only be in your way, so I'll go, but I bittersweet memories. That's all I am taking with me. Goodbye, please don't cry. We both know that I'm not what you need. But I will always love you. I will always love you. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope that you have all that you ever dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness. But above all of this, I wish you love. You